Yeah. Again, Yuzong is a very good crowd control. Well, he can easily join the fight using his dragon form. And again, we've seen this kind of I've seen this kind of combination, this starter pick for Onic. Again, just one single arrow, it will just it is already a push button, or rather a red button that okay, let's start the fight. We'll go for early skirmishes and then shut down the the core hero of Aura PH here. So I think this starter the starter draft for Onic Indonesia is a very good one.
Yes, yes, definitely a good one for them. I mean, the Popal and Koopa, I mean, I think we did see Onic PH, not Onic PH, Onic Indonesia did use Popal and Koopa to Rasicina earlier. It's also one of the reasons why they did won that specific game. But now, Onic getting the Atlas together with the Yuzong, that's can we be able to say that to say that the Onic Indonesia is somehow like very fond of using AOE strategy? I mean, another Fatal Links, all the skills, of course, of this Yuzong is just a simple AOE. Yeah. Even I think the second skill, I forgot the name of his second skill, the Dragon. But if you already been switched to the Dragon, it's almost AOE. Could be able to hit 3 targets at the same time and dealing so much damage as well with the blades as well on his first skill. Now, that's very, very. I mean, the Selena just an addition just for the early game, but the damage output coming from Onic Indonesia is too strong. What somehow here, Aura PH, what do you think? Are they still going for Lancelot, or are they going for like a Kimi pick? I don't think a Kimi would be very good in the specific lineup. Roger could be, but they're very, very physical oriented lineup. But the ban on the Lancelot will be there from Onic Indonesia. What do you think? What are your best bet here for the damage output coming from Aura PH?
Well, they need to go for a burst type of hero, or at least one of the best ways to destroy those tanky heroes is to go for a carry. I think the carry is a very good pick here. I think yes, it's a very wise choice for Aura PH, because again, we're talking about heroes who can lifesteal easily with a very tanky stats, which is the Yuzong. And the only struggle here for Aura PH is they need to protect the carry every single time. I think because the main problem of Aura PH here, if and only if Anti-Mage on his Hayabusa were able to farm quickly.
I think one problem here for Aura PH on their draft. I mean, yes, they're definitely strong in terms of single target. I mean, JP could be able to dish a lot of damage from the carry with the true damage, and as well with Kilowash on the Hilda. Yeah. But the only thing that bothers me is the early game, especially on the early game, is that this lineup, or at least this champions here that Aura PH has, is very. I think they are not strong in terms of minion wave clears because it's too much AoE. I mean, Drian on the Yuzong, even the Hayabusa could be able to clear the minion waves too fast for Aura PH at least to make something out or to make something happen. Yeah. If that's gonna be the case, they will be very, very reactive on where this Onic Indonesia gonna be pushing. If they could be able to clear the mid lane, they could be able to rotate faster compared to Aura PH.
That's true. That's true. So the main play of Aura PH here is to give a lot of space for JP, and once he's online, start fighting, because they have a lot of tanky heroes right now. I think 3 out of 5 heroes here on the side of Aura PH is very tanky. They have the Thaum.
I would like to see Kilowash here on the Hilda. How could he be able to pull up here? Anti-Mage, I think he's very, very strong in terms of bullying at least this Yuzong.
That's true.
And both of them has execute.
Both of them has the execute spell, so they really focus more into bursting out an enemy hero. And I think that's the reason why Angela's been picked here on the side of Onic ID. It is really essential, as you can see. He went for a mage emblem. Well, he just needs to go well, go for those fights every single time to replenish his mana. But right now, Sasa is also trying to steal out the jungle creeps away from KLVJ. So I guess more of a trying to sustain control every single member of Aura PH, and then
Yes,
try to
but-
snowball again afterwards.
Definitely, but a solo kill going to Kufra, not something you see every day. The Kufra dying with the tenacity as well on his emblem, but that is something you wouldn't want to give. I mean, I think Zendrago's already level 4 at that time and going to be able to kill the Kufra that fast. And now it's going to be a problem for at least for our Onic. At least for our PH. Oh, by the way, guys, it's the other way around on the teams, but it's gonna be match point again for Onic PH. I mean for Aura.
All right, let me just update that. Go ahead.
Yes, but so anyway, guys, 2 minutes into the game, somehow Onic PH, Onic Indonesia was actually going around all the PH or Indonesia, but please bear with me. But what you have to bear right now is that somehow Onic Indonesia still going strong, going here on the second game.
Yeah.
But onto the top, I guess Aura PH is looking to cut the lanes there for the side of Onic Indonesia. But the backup is here. But Rasicina, the Atlas, is still not level 4. But the Dragon Anti-Mage going directly into the back lane because along with the Angela itself, Yuzong getting the kill to JP. JP doesn't have anything else or anywhere else to run.
Yeah, exactly. Even with the Purify, it's really difficult to run away from that one because Yuzong can easily catch you out, especially when he is on his dragon form. All of his skills will be much more bigger when it comes to AoE. So again, you're up against a very difficult task here. Plus, with the protection from the Angela, you really need to get those farms first before you can successfully kill this one.
Yes, but still Aura PH is still very aggressive on his game. Kilowash just scouting off the rest of Onic Indonesia. Looks like the turtle will be secured by the Hilda. A jump coming from Rafflesia. The Kufra is here. And now Onic Indonesia just backing off here on the mid lane.
And well, as you can see, the movement, the rotation of Aura PH here, they're really looking for fights. They need to give JP more gold because he went for a bounty hunter. So they choose to go for those risky skirmishes because JP can't be static on the lane because again it is really easy for Onic ID to catch him off guard again with this kind of lineup. Again, you have the Anti-Mage Yuzong, Rixicina on his Atlas, plus the arrow threat coming in from Drian. So again, you need to move around the map, look for kills, and then force or hopefully try to catch out a single member of Onic ID.
Yes, in terms of rotation here from Aura PH, they're really going up and down, and every single rotation is that like what we've talked earlier. Since Onic Indonesia has a stronger minion wave clear, though we have to talk about that later. But Rasicina dodged a bullet right there from the side of Aura PH, but still, the problem still exists here for Aura is that the minion wave for Onic Indonesia is too strong, and they cannot be able to push any turrets here.
Indeed, both teams now trying to protect their tier 1 turrets because once the enemy teams remove your tier 1 turrets, it is really easy for them to gank you out, and that's the main thing. Or PH needs to protect their carry as soon as possible, but as you can see, Anti-Mage can easily go in and go out using the dragon form. Goodbye, Aura PH. No kills for you, says Onic ID.
That dragon, I mean, almost dying, but with the ult, to be able to jump into cliffs, into the mountain, or anyone here, any obstacle here on Mobile Legends. Anti-Mage dodging another bullet right there onto the bottom lane, but Aura PH looking here, but the jump coming from our Kufra will not be enough. He's actually getting a bit of fatal links, but he did have a Tyrant's Revenge on Zangiago, but a quick shadow out. But the Angela, very quick on the ulti, and still, Hayabusa is alive.
Perfect timing from Sasa here. And wow, I was really surprised. I really thought that that Greed were able to get that one out. However, a nice counter kill here from Onic ID, trying to catch out one member. Lumiere will be caught out. 2-4-0 exchange in favor of Onic ID. And Aura, they need to do something. They need to stop the bleeding here from Onic ID, because again, even though the net worth is even, we're talking about the momentum here. We're talking about how aggressive your team can be against your opponents. And as you can see, even Anti-Mage here is trying to steal the red buff away from Hilda, away from Aura PH here. So that's a big problem. That's a very big threat. Because once JP doesn't have the red buff, it is really difficult for JP to dish out damage.
Yeah, not only dish out damage, but his farming potential as well is being decreased, having the orange buff getting stolen. But the arrow will connect into Greed. They're not going in, but another kill coming. Oh wow, that was a solo kill for the Hilda.
Yes, well, since Jago, he already he does have the Endless Battle already, plus the Raptor Machete, and I think he's going for a BOD afterwards. So again, Aura PH, they can't afford to go solo, even though with the protection from the turrets and also inside the jungle area. It's as long as since Jago is there, it's really difficult for them to control that.
Man, I mean, the middle lane, this has to be defended by Aura PH, but the ult coming from Sanjago is already there, but the kill will be secured by Anti-Mage, but he will give his life for this because the bouncing ball will not let him get out on his misery onto the middle lane. Now, I think somehow Aura PH has something to breathe in going here on the mid game, since they already put down the Yuzong, but it's not gonna be enough because they still need to make something happen here, especially with Sanjago.
Yeah, exactly. And Sanjago is just farming quite easily here. Looking at the net worth graph right now, or rather, there's a miskill right there. Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay. So again, another pick off for Onic ID. I guess it was with the help of Sanjago there, and with that, able to secure another turret away from Aura PH, and the turret was already up. So I think the next move for Onic Indonesia here is to just squeeze out every living cell out of Aura PH here.
Yes. Somehow, it's getting harder and harder by the second here, but we'll be talking about later. But the Shadow Kill going against Green, and the Popolin Cupa might actually die here on the hands of Sanjago, but he's not yet finished. But Killwash did make a kill on Razzie Zena, but Angela under here with Sanjago, another kill, but probably a triple kill with the Hilda. This might be a Mania going back into his shadow, but Anti-Mage will be securing the kill to JP. This might be a wipe out, and probably they could be able to finish this game.
Yep, they can end the game right now since top lane is already pushed out. And Onic, as you can see, they're utilizing every skill that they have perfectly, trying to control and trying to pick up every single member of Aura PH. And wow, Onic ID flexing their muscles right there. Who would have thought that that they will end this game less than, I think that was less than 10